How are you? Good meeting. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Friday. Energy drinks and was.
Oh, he didn't, I talked to him the next morning, he didn't sound like he didn't say anything about high energy.
I was the only one that had high energy. Everybody else in that room were a bunch of stiffs.
It was at a senior living place, so.
No, we're at Sherwood.
Oh,
Oh, well, okay, well, that's good.
they just brought that in.
He really wanted the meeting to go to 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Why not, man? If everybody, I mean, we want to chit chat and just talk, I'm good. I didn't have anything else to do the other night, so I had till at least 10, and then I would have started getting texts. Oh,
Is that your license plate that says Storm Lake County? First time I read it, I read Storm Milk for some reason.
no.
Yeah. Storm Milk. Reasonable to say.
Me too. Not like I can throw a baseball that far anymore.
I know, we have a lot of. Just in case we need more.
We've got AP testing at 11.
Big crowd.
That's what they said.
Who was that?
Exactly.
Have you ever figured that out?
Give me the multiple voices in my head. I'm saying it's a good thing. Same. Oh.
We all have them. Some have them.
Some answer.
That is Lori's here.
Good morning. Let it loose.
Did you remember the little note at the end of the email?
Yeah.
He wrote, let's see if I get it right. I hope today is the best day of her life.
That's right.
I thought that was awesome. We all say have a good day, but he wanted to keep the best day of my life.
Not tomorrow.
I heard a sales guy use that one time when he was welcoming a customer. And when I heard that, I realized no one's ever said that to me.
Yeah,
And so.
that's really nice.
Yeah, well,
It's always quiet. You notice that as we talk.
Yeah, it's fine. People don't know.
Supposed to do that.
Yeah.
That doesn't take up the weight.
No, because earlier it was focused more on Gary, the Ron was talking.
Yeah, it's like it goes.
Let's go.
those who stop people.
Yeah, Claude doesn't tell me who's talking.
So does it not do, one of them makes you say your name first, like everybody goes around and says their name, so they write that. And Claude, does it do that?
I don't know, I haven't tried that, but everything else is perfect. I mean, gives, like the
You open for business?
one of the board meetings, the clarity came up. Oh, I know, it was a board meeting where we changed bylaws.
Mhm.
Clarity, the clarity in that was perfect, so I could put it on to the. And then, or on to
But it looked like he left me.
the.
You guys are all over me. Things, the cats.
Those 5 energy drinks that you've had.
Well, there's 2. So that was literally 10 energy. I mean, but they weren't the big one. A little bit. Small, so.
Okay.
Big one.
Okay, wow, you guys are getting serious here.
Mhm.
All has been right back.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm serious. You know.
I know that. I should go do so much cheap, but all of them. He's one of the brothers, the Jim Howe. This is how. There was his spouse. His spouse. That's what I assumed.
Your name, how?
Right.
So. We're gonna go visit Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to work in. Have you? When I lived.
Yeah, it's.
That's a good one. Good. There. All right.
Probably not. I mean, it is. It is. My son talked about moving to Frisco. He moves to Frisco. We haven't had a family conversation. But I don't want to. Your brother, I wasn't even.
You never gonna say something, Gary.
No, that's what I'm saying.
More supposed to show up empty handed.
25-year-old, I told him, but really.
Never.
Not there. $2,000. Do something.
You're gonna do.
That shows that you.
Do I still own my
Sometimes whenever we go around to, mention, okay. Well, you would you rather do that or at your time that you tell me?
Yeah, so now you're working on the next.
So he thinks the music will make the same amount of, live there. And the first thing, you really, do you think you're still going to take the same amount of money? No, they don't need to pay that. There's some people argue. So I think if you were to ever actually do some checking and find out what the salary is.
Don't you wanna move?
He doesn't necessarily want to, because he hasn't been, he's never been to Frisco, Texas.
Oh, first, I think it's San Francisco.
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Yeah. So, no, that area. It's not like that, back again. But, it's not, he's for the tech, so. I mean, where you guys are. I mean, political, I can walk outside and do now.
Turned around. So I find you. Yeah, do that one.
They walk through, they do work with the sales school. And walk through those halls. It shouldn't even be at school. It just in general. So whether it is one way or the other. Oh, yeah, over there, yeah, up until there. Yeah.
No real for.
Same thing. I would- yeah.
Okay.
So I know it's nice there.
Actually,
Or take it.
the thing about something, in general, people.
It's hard because I did my first thing, we had 20 years next to each other.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know what it is.
He works in local.
You can do that. And you go to almost, I would say almost any southern state, and you'll experience that southern part of the country. It is totally different. I hear people embrace it, see a lot of cases, and that is, that's just what you're not, you don't break it down. They're not,
I know.
that's what it is.
All night.
If you're afraid too loud, you're not from. That's what it is. So it's not something that I was. But it is very much. And then also being from Texas, I had a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm.
Yes.
Or they'll brag about it, whatever. And then I get this same. Yes, everybody has done there. It's been here. You can't. Wow, that's good. Yeah. Like here, or in Washington? Ever. Well, and, you know. The. Santa Cruz. Wow. Why is it?
Wait, what did I do? Wait, no thanks. I automatically clicked. Shouldn't have clicked. God damn it. How the fuck did this happen? Ignore
I
my,
think saves all your passwords, so
I know,
we'll be able to get in and check your emails after.
don't worry, I'm gonna remove my account afterward. Yeah, that's a lie because I've already done it with Tony's, but yeah, so I've been for like a month I've been telling you guys I was gonna get those badges ready and I did not.
Do you think you could have done well with $5 Oh, okay. It's not yet. Blah, 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 blah.
You know, I was.
Got a lot of
Like,
So you used to. Yeah, forget about it. I'm like.
does it help your?
Hello, right here. Yeah, all right. I mean, I was in music.
you, brother.
Yes, that in my growing up as a kid, we didn't.
Just writing checks.
We didn't want to
on
know
the ball.
TV that.
Right now, down the ball, brother.
So music.
Yeah, like.
You can
check.
Like to cross on.
You did it wrong.
Oh, yeah.
The other day. That's how many checks. Lower score.
Well, it goes all of it. It's not say a house right now, so. I think I'd rather just.
See, that's the thing. Okay, yeah, when it's in and out.
Yeah, I understand.
I checked.
Oh, boy.
I made sure they.
Not like, oh, they've got me on the docket.
So you just gonna, here.
How are you? I finally got.
That's not.
Keep the map.
You pay interest.
I do feel cool.
I don't like that. I about to grab. So loud. I go, I'm like. It's all perfect.
It's finally gone.
Remodel.
Yeah. My skin.
It's like take a shower, but I can't create, so it's. Gotta go inside. You get those little air, you know, the air compressor. It just springs and you go on.
No, then I know where they are.
Jump around the wall and all surgery trying to get it. And I don't know, like. It was horrible. You know, get tired, waking up.
Back around.
Yeah, we were. He would see it. And I had looked at no, my.
You all stand, join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the four-way test for the things we think, say, and do. First is the second is the third.
Sports?
We wanna do a six?
Bacon. We have like 10, so we haven't done it in a while.
Bacon.
All right, so the number one song, May 15th, 2012. Who, what? No.
Just a good guess, man, just a good guess.
Right. Somebody that I used to know by Gautier. Gautier?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Number one movie, May 15th, 2012. Anyone want to guess? It's another Marvel movie.
Avengers?
The Avengers.
Oh, I got it. What do we win?
What do you win? Are you kidding? You win to be the number one movie guesser of today. Nobody else is gonna guess another one and win today. So that's you. This is what you get. Okay, so our speakers today are gonna be Alex and Aaron, and they're gonna do the classification talk. We've won them. Keep it short. We don't need a dissertation. 10 minutes is what we're talking. That way we get a lot of Q&A, a lot of questions. Ask everything. Everything.
And in your speech then.
I have some facts that I found out from Tony about him. That'll be pretty interesting for us to be able to know. No, I didn't ask that. Probably not a good idea. All right, so birthdays. Our Gary will be a certain age tomorrow on 5/16. So, yep. Still moving.
All of your comprehensions.
Let's see. That's our only birthday, but the spouse's birthday. Anne's birthday, Bob? This
20th.
The 20th, yeah. So in the system, it just says how. And I was like, well, it has to be Anne because it's the spouse.
8 days after. So
Are you
she's 8
really?
days older.
Interesting. I mean, I'm sold. And then Dave's birthday is also, Dave DeLorme is also on 5/20. Anniversaries, we have no wedding anniversaries, but we do have a Rotary anniversary of 22 years, and that's James Monroe. So pretty cool. Announcements, the installation banquet is June 13th at 4:30. I'll send out the invite. And it's like $35 where we're at. So hopefully nobody gets food poisoning from the caterer. And it's a Texas theme, not a Western theme, because the West copied Texas. That's why it comes out that way. Yeah.
June what?
13th.
4.
So it's a Texas thing. So, and the good thing is you guys should really come because it's a celebration of getting rid of me. And bringing in Lance, right? So it's gonna be exciting. Honestly, I'm really excited for Lance's year. And I think we have some good ideas. So we're gonna be able to implement and keep the club from spiking so much between presidents. I think Lance and I tried to do that. So we'll hopefully carry that on. All right, let's get to reports. Treasurer's report, sorry.
It's looking good, more investments are up, so, everything's looking really good, your board's doing a good job of, managing your money. Putting it to work in appropriate ways.
And that's hard to manage money with some of the board members, you guys. I know some of you guys don't come to the board meetings, but you should. I have a hard time with these spenders and everything else, and I have to rein it in. It's part of what I do for you. But for those of you that do want to go to the track this weekend with me, with the Rotary's money, we're only taking $5,000. So we're going to turn it into 20, and we each get to keep $1,000. Lance sent me an email or a text. What did he say? He said to make sure I tell you guys about the grant that was submitted, the district grant for the pollinator garden.
Oh, yeah.
So that's been submitted. And then also a reminder of the board retreat, which is May 30th from 9 to 3. It's going to be at Christine's house. So, and then she has a full bar if anybody's really interested at 9. That's a little early, so I'm saying about 11. So it's opens, but if you're an alcoholic and you want to do it at 9, that's on you.
Some of us may have to start ordering with that.
Right? If you guys like Bloody Marys, I don't know how anybody drinks that crap. But that's all Lance had. Gary, how about you, Secretary?
Next board meeting and the last board meeting for this Texan is on June 10th at the normal place, Sherwood Community Services. I just want to comment on the interviews that we did with seniors. Your faith is always kind of restored when you sit and interview 10, 11 scholarship candidates. You sit there and you try to say, okay, what did I do in those days? You say nothing. And you look at all of the activities and the brightness. There was one candidate that was voted by the front desk as the best looking, the most handsome, the most rewarding. But it was a fun 2 day of interviews. A lot of us had a lot of fun with it. And it was really nice to see these kids and what they do. That's it.
All right, community services here.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna redistribute you. So, this month's merit badge is still mentorship.
We don't have.
Yep.
Thank you.
But after a month later, I finally printed these out so you guys can see what's upcoming. We do have a lot of it, I trust you to tell me if you've done with it. Also with mentorship, if there's someone in this room that you feel has mentored you and you would like to give them a badge, I have badges here because. Oh, there's a couple year-long badges, including your health admin. So if you get your annual or your annual blood tests. That's what you get. And then later, Brian's giving me time and we're gonna go through, do some brainstorming of community service projects. I will pause there for now.
Awesome. Yeah, I think Paul probably has done a lot of mentorship, right, Paul? I would think. We good, bad, or different, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Yes, yeah.
All right, so Raquel, membership.
We are processing right now one application. We had a nice discussion, of course, on Wednesday, and we are going to potentially interview our applicant. He is 21 years old, so we want to just see where he's at, and hopefully we can make sure that we put him in the right place. So we're in discussion.
You
Other
really-
than that,
You realize that on the Rotary website for our club, they have a pie chart that has age groups.
Yep.
We're gonna have to add a sliver for 20 to 30.
just
Or unless you want to call it undefined.
so that's all we have right now. Keep looking out in your community to see if there's anybody that you would see out there that might be a fit for our club. That's it.
You guys got plenty of time in your classification talks. It's gonna go for 20 minutes.
I was going to brainstorm.
For that. All right, so Ron, what you got for our jokes?
So I can do what I.
You can do six.
And?
6 jokes.
Keep it. Okay, what do you call a colt that is hard to get in?
Difficult.
Ah, geez, so come on. Punchline.
I was gonna say it different. How are you gonna say it?
Like you said.
See, I live on that.
Yeah, woodpecker visited the petrified forest. He said it was a peck.
You need to finish up with maybe a little different. You have another?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
There you go.
Do I got?
Yeah, I didn't know.
You like.
Some.
Yeah, just come up with a word that we'll figure out.
This is part of the fun, that dad joke is one that you're like, that's funny. I should have thought of that. It's so simple.
Yeah.
So Aaron, let's go ahead and get started with you. You can start off with our merit badge. Then move on.
Cool. Now we're gonna talk about community service projects. See, Gary, you thought that the books for my classification talk.
Oh, yeah.
Not. Okay, so what I want us to think about, now I'm writing this very small on here, is who needs support in our community? And what resources and skills do we bring? And then we'll talk about how those are set and kind of what community service projects look like. So I understand the fact that all of us are here means that we are in a community that we can at least, well, enough that we can pay our dues. So we might not have insight to a lot of who need help, but I'd like to start by asking who in our community needs more support. There's some ideas out there, but I would like to hear.
Well, thinking about two of our lovely former Rotarians, Joyce and Lauren. In both cases, they needed help with yard work. And so I think that would be a possibility, is just yard work for senior citizens.
That was gonna be my follow-up. Was it because of disability or age?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
What's the other column?
What resources and skills do we have? So who needs help and what do we need help with and what?
Overall on both columns. So like, for that kind of thing, I think we need a lot of hands grip the trail life.
Okay.
And we got, some scouts in here too. That, trail life and scouts could.
Child labor.
Time hands can do like work.
I got another resource. I know some really cool pickup truck to throw all the trimmings in and everything, clean the blackberries out of somebody's yard.
Yeah, totally. I'm down for that. I use like a
That's right.
very small truck.
So it sounds like where we're going so far is that maybe we could implement some sort of senior yard work support. Is that something you all have done in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it under the
Right. What did it look like?
We just had a group, you just go out there, just go at it.
How do you find the people that?
Yeah.
No,
Derek, do we?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Senior center probably be a good place to, some people.
We seem to be fairly connected to senior centers, and that kind of.
And we've done quote yard work for the city. We put it out into the whole park and all that. And nice thing about that is it's kind of fun, you know, when you get a group of people together.
I don't know about you guys, but as far as ideas of things we can do in the community that I like it, kind of imprint you can make, is when I'm driving up to the North Cascades, there's the one little town I go through that has a huge sign, this whole playground built by Rotary. Like that is pretty dope. And then not only helps the community, but creates a large enough impact that when you say hey, I want to tell you about the Rotary Club in Lake Stevens, people are seeing something like that loud and proud in the community that they use, their kids use, their friends' kids use. So
I like the idea. Maybe we're gonna have plenty of urban Eagle Ridge, that's one of our parks. We do have cleanup at a couple of parks, I'm really excited for it. There may be potential, because Caballero Park is. potentially gonna be
We
done.
also have the county park out there with, I know I've brought it up before, the Little League Park, that whole,
Complex, yeah.
the complex is unbelievable for a former Little League coach that used to come and play here when I was at Mill Creek. It's a phenomenal facility out there, and in Mill Creek, we always sponsored the local, Little League, because you did get your best bang for the buck. A lot of people noticed that it was sponsored by Rotary or maintained by Rotary, or think about how many kids and their parents and then the traffic into these fields here that we play Little League in. It is unbelievable how much exposure we used to get in Mill Creek for just sponsoring the Little League fields. And it was such an easy cleanup, right? You worked with the Little League, you had one day here where it was both Rotarians and parents out there, you know what I mean, working on the field, getting it ready to play. and all of that kind of stuff. So just another idea here, even though it is a county park.
Yeah.
City.
That's the Lake Stevens Community Park, right?
The playground that's getting redone right now. Somebody said, some.
Your height?
Frontier, well, I don't know which one it was, I thought they said playground.
Yeah, what's your height?
Is it how far along?
Oh.
All right, sorry.
And it had some issues too, when, things get, put up, they get taken down by that.
Airsoft sniper team sponsored by. Anti-group.
Yeah.
I watch those guys, the cheaters on the airsoft fields, like wearing the earlobe.
There used to be some concerns about areas of Centennial Trail that needed, some work on. I haven't been on Centennial Trail for 8 months to a year, so.
I know they've been doing some repaving spring. Which is nice, appreciate it. Get some of those routes. Fitted on the bike.
Is this an opportunity to talk about a larger project, or are we talking just small projects?
I'm open to anything that will fall under community service.
So my
And that
thoughts,
be
okay, so here's. So this is something that I feel super passionate about, but I feel like one of the failures for a lot of people is just knowledge, right? So we don't know what's happening in our community. Erin and I were speaking about this on Wednesday, is there's a large, group of people that come in and out of Lake Stevens, and we're driving down Highway 9, or we're driving throughout Lake Stevens, and they live here, but they don't know what's going on. They're ill-informed about any events that are happening, whether, a festival of trees things is going on. If there's the Easter egg that's going on, yes, everyone can go on to the community website and do some fact finding for themselves. If you're driving in your car and you glance over and there's a nice little reader board, like when you're going into Granite Falls, and you see information popped up in front of you, you're more likely to see, oh, there's something going on in our town that I might not have gone looking for, because you don't know what you don't know. And so that for me is like a big project that I feel like the Rotary could take on.
In the center of those roundabouts.
Well,
Ooh, that would be a best. Really not back to the start.
About, we should just have a PSA. Just, this is how they work, this is how a roundabout works, but.
To add on to that point, I mean, I don't know how many of you go to the store and you look at the demographics. There are a lot of people that live in this community today, they're not people that live in this community. Plain and simple. Maybe the most politically correct way to say it. How can you make sure that everybody is part of the community that they live in? It actually becomes like, hey, oh, this is my home, just else. So I think informing people like actually what is going on for all the events, because whatever all of us that grew up here, we know, like, it's not right. Just know that, we don't even think about it. But people that are not from here, that didn't grow up here, have no idea about what's the calendar look like. So I think that's a good idea.
And on any given day, you could be driving past that reader board and there's a different piece of information. It could even be congratulations, like Stevens wrestling team for winning state, this year, but you're driving on by. It's just a little like, oh, I didn't realize that our, wrestling team was so awesome. Well, now you do. And, so just things like that, where I feel like it could inform people on what we now live on is like that instant gratification, it's like a layup, got it, kind of thing. I always know what kind of soup is happening at Hawkeyes, because why? I'm always looking up there. Do I go and eat soup every day at Hawkeyes? No, but I know that cheeseburger soup is up there. You know what I mean? See, the soup every time.
I had a conversation with Will, who's not full time. Like, if we go to these events like Hawkeyes, the demographic isn't the same as what you see at the school outside. It's like, how do we change that? And his suggestion was find out where those groups are gathering and go and listen. But I like it, just in general, we get the information out to everybody.
It creates a community.
Tony and I have been here for 5 years, and it took us, I think, 3 years to figure out what Aquafest was and.
You gotta go through the kids. You
So-
gotta go through, it doesn't matter though, you gotta get the information out to the kids. Little league, soccer, football, through the schools, right? They're gonna take that flyer home and give it to the parents. I mean, that's, we always found that to be by far the best way. When I was in Mill Creek Little League executive board, that was how you did it. You went to the kids. And that's how you got it. So we have direct access to every parent. You think about it there by going through the kids. That's why I like the Little League thing here. It really introduces us to a whole new level of potential members down the road. I like the sign too. I think that's a great idea. Because you can sell a little, you can click a lot, sorry. Just to make it possible.
Well, let's face it, coming into town, no matter what direction you come into, there's not a lot of great signage. Not like when you go towards going down, towards Granite Falls, when you come up that great big Granite Falls sign is beautiful signage. Don't have that. We've talked about this for years, with various groups, and it's just nothing there.
For that kind of sign, wouldn't we have to deal with, Washington State? Because it's the roadway.
Depends on where we have.
Right, Highway 9, for instance, where.
But if it's on private property,
we
it's
wouldn't
not big.
No, we wouldn't, I wouldn't want to put it there, I'd want to put it, of course, just coming into town, and that's Highway 9.
Yeah, that's what I was-
Coming to town, either direction on 9,
And I'm
we
saying,
would probably have to deal with the state. Yeah, so if we have it on 204, it's not.
I would say, I would add, yes, ultimately Stevens sign would be beautiful and welcoming. How does that improve our community?
I would say it's people aware of what is actually going on, gets them a chance to get connected.
The first step.
But I did have one question, just, I have checked AI and it said there isn't anything. There's actually just a web presence that you could go to, that here's what's actually going on, like Steve Express.
Well, there used to be an app. Does anybody in the club remember the guy that came in with that app? Remember? Remember that?
Yeah.
Is it still active? I don't know if it is. So a guy actually created an app for Lake Stevens. So
There's a like Steve that.
yeah, I mean, I haven't paid attention.
Now you have the same
Hey, Aaron.
issues. You gotta get the information out to every parent. I need to download the Lake Stevens app. Whatever it's for.
but you're talking about people with kids, there are lots of people.
Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my quota input, like,
Let's go, Steve.
be silent. You could, I don't know if it's possible. I know you can do it through, voter registration. Find a new resident. There's a way to reach out to them. And this is part of the information. And like once every 6 months, once for 3 months, you play, a coffee reception for new families. And you can, and because there's enough people in here where, I mean, some people work for government, some people work, in different areas of the sector. And then when they come in here, it's like, hey, this is your, you can hand them a flyer from the Leawood. Hey, these are your elected officials, you contact here. Oh, and by the way, we have these service clubs, we have Rotary, you should join us. We have Aquafest. Then they could actually see somebody and some of us have families, kids, and they might have kids, like, hey, I know you got some kids, are they interested in sports? Because we got Little League, and here's the contact information for Little League. Oh, are you interested in scouting? That's a great idea. We just invite, they may or may not show up, and they just show up and.
So on that note, and people coming into Lake Stevens and not really knowing that there are so many people who I talk to who aren't from Lake Stevens that are in the area who don't realize the difference between Frontier Village and downtown. So maybe get some signage around the Frontier Village area. If we're talking signage, it's like, hey, did you know we've got this beautiful downtown area? Come join us for coffee down there.
Right, whether it's a lake.
Yeah. Everything's like, yeah.
It's, like.
Kind of following up on what, Steve was talking about. In the 13 moves that, Bev and I made over the years, most every place that we moved into there was what was referred to as a welcome wagon. And they brought you packets of information about what's going on in the cities, a map of the city, was, you know, that was a few years ago when you didn't have to go on your phone and stuff. But it was a lot of information that they'd sit down and share with you. And that's not being done a whole lot.
We talked about having something like that for our own class.
Yeah.
Yes.
To touch on what Steve said, I think like Stevens has grown like 20% in 5 years. So there's a lot of new people. And so, yeah, that was something I looked up recently. So like Steve grown almost 20% in 5 years.
All right, well, I think we have some great ideas for sure. So,
I just need to make a clear statement. Okay, I sounded like an asshole when I said, what is the purpose of the sign? And I meant without my brain got distracted and I meant without. I love the idea of the sign. I don't want it to just be.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, right below it, it just says, well, I'm like Steve, now I'm a road.
yeah, exactly. Something else. Hey, Tracy, were you gonna talk to us about grants?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I am sorry I am not there with you. Aaron, that was a really cool
Are you talking?
conversation. Yes.
Because if you are,
Uh-oh. How do you can't hear me? I've got my microphone on.
Tracy, I can hear you. I'm on video as well.
Can they hear you?
you want to see if I can figure it
No,
Oh,
Maybe their audio's not on.
maybe.
I can hear you.
All right.
It's picking us up. The volume's up.
well, that's.
Yeah, Tracy, I could hear you too.
Okay.
Dang it. So they can't, none of
Well,
them
hell,
can hear
You're
us.
I was about to say, you're definitely important.
Be the most qualified room to make.
Should go right through our
Normally goes through
That's all I got.
I'm talking. You guys can't hear. Huh?
Let's recruit a tech person.
Right? Never mind, here comes Don. Dun, 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 dun. Here he comes to save the day.
What's that? What are we supposed to be using?
I'll have it.
Restaurants?
Right here?
I don't think that's, it should be the,
Can you hear me yet?
the speaker on the,
Okay.
should go right through to that.
Can you-
Click on the one that works.
Can you hear me now?
That's just wireless mic. This is just fine.
Oh, no, that's just,
I'm muted.
see, now we're muted.
Are we muted?
You muted. You muted, Tracy. You muted.
I told you I'm not the guy.
I unmuted myself now. Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, Tracy.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Everybody online, we're saying, Tracy, we hear you. You're not alone. Anyway. Thank you, Aaron. That was a really cool conversation. Thanks for bringing that up. I wish I could see what you were writing down.
I don't know if anybody could see what I was writing down, but I will share.
Okay, we'll share it next time. I am talking about the grants coming into our Lake Stevens Rotary Club. Every year we give out money to organizations in the community to help them. For example, the food bank. I happen to be looking at Anthony right there. So I think the food bank has already submitted a request. They come into Lake Stevens grants. And then if you've signed up through with Rand, he will allow you to get all of the grants coming in. So what we want to do is have a group of Rotarians look at each grant and kind of not grade them, but figure out, hey, we've got a pot of money, which, Brian, I need to know how much we have. So how much can we give away? And then we want to figure out, well, how much do we want to give to each organization? Do they fit our 4-way test? Do they benefit Lake Stevens? How can we further each program? So Sherwood is another example. Lake Stevens Education Foundation is an example. So I think as of yesterday, we only had 4 grant requests. I've emailed a few people to say, hey, we're taking applications. we want to be able to give out this money before the end of Brian's year so he can hand each group a nice check. So watch for an email to come. It'll come from Tracy Delorme at Club Runner. So look for that in your junk box. Any questions?
Much we got to give away. I missed that.
Lori?
Okay, we have budgeted from our general funds $20,000. And then we have from, and I was gonna thinking about this morning, right? We also have from the whole endowment, we have 15,000, give or take, to spend, and I would recommend we do that at the same time.
Okay.
Cool.
Grants.
Okay. Bob's happy about that.
Yeah.
It's like Bob's day.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
I mean, it'll be a board, I guess, decision, whether
Wow.
not take that money out at this time or later, but 35,000 is what I suggested.
Sweet.
The board would say that we would agree with you since you know what your dad would want to do. So,
Spend that money.
yeah, so. Right, see the smile on Bob's face, so it's, but I'll send an email out to the board just to confirm that. So, yeah, if everybody can respond to me, just let me know, just make sure. But Tracy, then I'll get back to you with the total
Cool.
amount. Just so you know.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cool, anything else?
That's it, I think.
Okay, cool. What's the bottom? $2,000. Only one cup of coffee, but Bob's the one who donated that much, so. It's okay.
Oh, no, I got my coffee. I got it.
Yeah.
Here, this is bad to have me full.
All right.
I got my Chinese coffee. I'm ready to do those last three.
Last three is 377.
Oh, that's me.
They got tall.
Maybe some time.
Oh, he's still good. He's still good for it. Make it.
Take that one out. Too. Oh, sorry.
One of the wrong ones.
One of the ones about it. Sorry, I'm new here.
Josh, yeah.
All right, morning. Hello. I am. I feel like a lot, right? Exactly. So mine's just stuck in my wallet. I'm very big maker. I'm just really happy this week's over. That's all I got. Lori, one of those three. Oh, you want me to come back?
No, it's okay, I can do it all. Oh, look, I had 4 dollars, I thought I had 3. The green beans are planted, I did before it started raining yesterday. The peas are planted, I did that the day before. I planted some sunflowers, so that's exciting. And I've got lettuce that's almost 2 inches tall.
Yeah, right, so if anyone, did anyone go to the gala last week?
Yep.
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I screwed up on my auction strategy because I lose every year. I've been to Sherwood a couple times. Because my son, especially these kids, who pick up the job, but I did something different, and unfortunately, I wanted almost all the stuff. So it was, yeah,
Strategy really.
my strategy backfired, blew up in my face, but I got a lot of cool things, but it was a great event. I will not be here for the next couple of weeks, but you know, that you should be used to that. I'm going on a trade fishing, so.
So you won't be in Nebraska for the next 2 weeks?
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah. You wanna, come on?
I can help some suitcases. I want to.
Yep. Happy it's Friday. I unfortunately missed the last 3 Friday meetings. 3 weeks ago, we were in our secondary home in Pasadena, California, doing some work, getting the house ready for
the entire family showing up, plus dogs, cats, and wow. And then we got home and did the laundry for 2 days and then drove to the Nimo. And, we're up there for about a week and, came back. Came back on Wednesday, marketing Thursday, whatever. And here I am.
All right, online people, Debbie?
Debbie's on mute.
Got to get off mute. Yeah, just happy and had a good time going to the Village Theater showing of Grease last night. Great play. So I'll put in a happy buck when I'm at the meeting again next week.
Tony?
Just happy.
Tracy?
Also very happy. I want to give a shout out to all of you that I saw at the Sherwood Gala last weekend. It was a ton of fun. And remember that we have another auction ourselves coming up. So those baskets that you were bidding on, Steve, all of those, plan on making something like that. So, scratch ticket basket, start buying your scratch tickets, buy a couple every week or something, or every month. We'll need baskets in by the end of August to be ready for September. And I also will be missing the next couple of weeks, so I apologize for that. But nice to see you all today.
Daniel?
Good morning. I second that on the Sherwood Gala. Great event as always. Thank you, Eileen and Lance, for giving us an opportunity to be there and for a good cause. Also, I'm kind of I have some good news. We've been working for a year or two on bringing with my business, Real Property Management, bringing maintenance in-house. It's been kind of a challenge finding good guys that are knowledgeable and punctual and a good culture fit. But we've got 3 of them now, and so we're able to offer a quicker turnaround time on work order requests. We get about 2,500 work order requests from tenants a year, and so it's a pretty big thing we were outsourcing. So bringing it in-house has it's been good to see progress there. And then I'm just excited for the weekend, and it's going to be fun working around the yard and stuff. Hopefully it's sunny and not rainy, but looking forward to it either way.
Mr. President. So I'm super happy from last week. For one, we went to Missoula for a graduation. That's not the super happy part. But the cool thing was my young son was like, hey, let's go play golf, which we haven't played golf with him at all. But if you guys remember Caddyshack and you remember Spalding, and you remember yelling Spalding every time, that's what I felt like playing with my son because, and this is, it's anyway. So it was a great time, but it was a nightmare sometimes. You got my young big-headed son who can play well, and then you got my other son that just kept hitting the ground. Yeah. And I'm not kidding you, he almost killed me. He sliced it one time. I'm standing by the cart, and it comes and just literally hit right and bounced off. It could have been dead right now. So, but it was a lot of fun to be able to play golf with my sons, and Cassie came to play too. So that was awesome. And then we won the bid on a house. So we're going to be moving 10 years of crap to a new house. So that's pretty exciting. 2 things.
Just call your son Spalding.
Oh, you hang out with my son.
Oh, I want a hot dog
And drinking other people's drinks and cussing like a sailor every time. Yeah, my son.
You mean we won't have to terrorize the neighborhood anymore?
No, and I'd be able to get rid of my neighbor. One of them works for the city that honestly, every time yeah, we're moving. So.
Anthony, I am happy that I don't have to go to Anchorage again until July. And I am also happy that we have such lovely people in our life to volunteer and help us prepare for our big trail race that comes up. If anybody's bored on Sunday at 3 o'clock and wants to come to Haywire Brewery in Snohomish, we're doing a little work party to get all our trail markings signed stuff sorted.
Wow.
You really felt it.
I'll buy it.
If we go out to the trail, Put the things on Sunday afternoon?
No, we just, so we're still exhausted by the end of the five days that we've been up there, but everything just gets stuffed into a box. And then about this time of year, we're like, we should take that out and store it and see what needs to be replaced.
Bob? Yeah, so, it was wonderful doing the scholarship interview. I got to participate one day. That was great. Board meeting. I mean, if you haven't been to a board meeting, you should come. Brian was in rare form.
Oh my gosh.
For Red Bulls. He was 8 Red Bulls. He was.
He said 10.
Walk in, there's too many strings for them. So, but here's the thing, you gotta do something, right?
And then, lastly, it's having been like a CFO for 40 years, I'm usually Mr. No Guy at spending money. And someone has this reputation of, and wants to spend all of our money, so it's quite far thinking.
Morning, Bob. Good morning. And I would like to thank 5 people for helping with the interviews. They were really good. I got one for Gary, another one for Bob, and here's one for Amy, and here's one for Anthony, wherever he went. It's hard to find the last thing that works.
Hey, Don,
You're the beard's dollar. That's part of it.
Hey, Don,
Yeah.
I need some of the energy drinks that.
You wanna go make me a drink real quick?
I ordered an LQ10 for you.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to throw an extra $1 in there just for the laugh this morning, but I'm happy it's Friday and happy for the summer weather. I start doing all the farmers markets and leaving it really, yeah.
Put all my dollars into that. No, absolutely love this group and all of you people. And, you know, there have been days where I've been wanting to roll over and just stay in bed, and I'll force myself to come, and every single time I'm glad. And that is a perfect example of why every single one of you guys are a joy, and I am so thankful for all of you.
Friday, we're in the less than 30 days to Lady Girl Eagle Scout, and our last family outing is tonight to Phantom of the Opera in Seattle. Can't wait.
I have a few happy fives. One, Sherwood set a new record on Saturday night. $205,000 that was raised versus the $125,000 the year before that. The delight that night was the fact that someone at our table asked Anthony if the lady sitting next to him was his wife.
Well, no, they asked my mom.
Made her week, so that was great. And then,
It was crazy.
Tracy's husband, so I wasn't there.
She looks good. She had a beautiful hat, a beautiful dress, and she looks good.
And then, my granddaughter who's at TCU and in the graduate program, speech therapy, flew to Australia on Tuesday as part of TCU's program. Grads and undergrads going down there on a couple of assignments to look at speech pathology and all of that kind of stuff that goes on down there. So, and they're going to be there for 20 days. The only thing she had to pay for, or her dad had to pay for, was the airfare down. The rest is all comped by the TCU. So hope that she has a great time.
Today's Friday. I hope everybody have a wonderful weekend. because I plan to have fun. I'm leaving for Linden. I'm heavily involved in the city center up there. And once a month I go up there and I teach ukulele and hula. And I've gotten very, very close to these people. Then now, you know, they're going, Auntie, would you like to move up here? We can find a place for you. I said, I'm thinking about it. You know, so they said, well, let us know if we can help you. I think that's so gracious, you know, and I'm thankful that there's so many people that's looking after me. But you know, I can do things by myself. I'm so independent, and you know, my son said, Mom, come live with me. I said, no, you would throw me out of your house right away. I'm going to be independent. But anyhow, I think, you know, everybody is so wonderful. People here, especially at this road we call. I've been here for several years now, and I see the love, the companionship that all of you have. Where are you going to find that? We need to teach people how to get along and love people. You know, our world is so upside down now that I'm trying to spread this love, and I'm hoping everybody gets it. Anyhow, that's all I have to say. I don't say much every week, but I think I just need to express how I feel, and I'm hoping that, you know, everybody gets to see. Thank you.
Yeah, probably not gonna be able to touch your hearts like Amelia just did, but happy Friday to everybody. Made some progress in my acquisition platform. I have a board assembled, and so on to the next step. That's all I got.
Happy Friday. Last night we celebrated 10 of our new members being graduated in the academy. So, very exciting. Serve all of you. And, today kind of bittersweet. We can say goodbye to one of our longtime members as a retirement ceremony. So, turning the meeting and honor the old. And I apologize, I gotta leave here in about 5 minutes.
$20 happy bucks for me. Been missing a little bit since we last. I had a chance to. I think I may have mentioned this. Drop my son off super early. Trail Run Camp left him and a friend of his responsible for moving things 150 yards. And gate was closed, and they had it all set up. No dads got there till 12:30. I had to go back to town to speak to the Washington State Homeschool Conference. Just heard back from that, but I got a 5 out of 5 from the. And I took some risks, and it was kind of hard with the boys in the room, but it was 5 out of 5 from all the participants. People were super impacted, so that was cool. Also got the video back from it. It's good enough that we can use it for other like speaking opportunities, especially some of the faith-based groups, because they have to be careful they put in front of their crowd. So it's good to have a tape of that. And then my family and I went to family camp down in Oregon at 100,000 acre camp in a place called Antelope, Oregon, with 0 cell phone signal. And the camp is only 30 or 40 acres. They just steward the other 100,000 acres, and it's a Young Life camp that was reclaimed from that big cult that was down there. They're trying to poison the neighboring towns. Like, it's amazing what they originally built. A huge runway, like a jet runway, not a Cessna runway, that you drive along to get in there. Like, it is a really cool redemption story of that land. So anyway, did that last weekend.
I've got a few extras as well, because I've been busy and stuff to make it. I don't know how many people know my kind of story. I used to be a teacher, so education is very important to me. And I got the opportunity to go to 2 different nonprofit events to support education. And actually, there was fellow Rotarian Olga at both of them as well.
Yeah, we sponsored the table, and I couldn't make it because the family camp. I'd already committed to do the table, and then I would out of town, so, we're gonna have to take.
Yeah, good chance for both.
Happy to be here, happy it's Friday, got to do the scholarship interviews Monday and Tuesday. Oh, did I forget you? Yeah.
You didn't forget about one, you forgot Todd.
Oh,
sorry.
No,
Now exactly what you answered. You did everybody, Anthony.
But yeah, scholarship interviews is awesome. If you've never done them before, I highly recommend by far one of my favorite parts of Rotary. Essentially just getting to give away other people's money, but also as a degenerate youth that did not do very good in school, it's awesome to see just how seriously these kids take it, how smart they are, capable. So yeah, I would recommend.
That was something I noticed as well, this one other day.
Mhm.
It's how, when I was that age, we were very athletic. And these kids seem like very enthusiastic about learning and improving themselves. And all
Yeah.
All right. All right, so we're gonna hear Aaron's classification.
Did you just let Alex out of it?
I did.
Okay.
I'm running this out, so.
Oh, sure, ladies first. Nah. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta share my screen. Sorry, Zoom people, hold on.
You need to mentor Aaron. I'm how do you?
All right. So I made this slide last, and so it has no styling. So who's Aaron Montesi? Not a graphic designer. I am from Washington. I'm from Sumner, Washington. I'm the youngest of three. If you don't know where Sumner is, it's down by Puyallup, Auburn, Bonnie Lake, that area. Back in high school, my primary extracurriculars were tennis and FFA. I did breed and show pigs at the Puyallup Spring Fair. Always won my weight class. Only won, what's that called? The handling one the first year, because then afterwards I realized, because my dad always bought our pigs and we ate them. So after that year, I did not have as great of a relationship with my pigs. I learned that lesson. Don't name them. Don't be their friend. I went to University of Puget Sound in Tacoma. My degree was a useless degree, foreign language and international affairs. My foreign language was Spanish, and my international affairs was an emphasis in Latin America. And as a 22-year-old, I was like, well, I could go work for the State Department, but I don't want to work for the government. And then so I went a different way. And then ADHD. So that's a lovely combination of autism and ADHD. So that's why when you guys say, you can make a presentation, I kind of take that as very literal. And so, yeah, so when you tell me things, I'm going to assume that what you're saying is the truth and you mean it literally. And then the ADHD part, it's Tony and I both, it means we start a lot of projects and get excited. And then those don't get finished because then there's a new exciting project to start. My career, I'm currently a pharmaceutical sales representative. Unfortunately, I do not like my industry. I do not like sales. Anthony, you pointed out I didn't sell my Sunday event very well. My route to that was I wanted to put my useless degree to work. So I got into healthcare by way of being a bilingual receptionist at a community health clinic down in Auburn. Worked at a couple of those. So then I went into medical tech, support and sales, and then device. And I learned very quickly that I do not have the stomach to be in the OR. I don't think I made it through a single case without having to step out and put my head between my knees. So then I switched to pharmaceuticals, and yep, that's my career. So if you guys have questions about drug-drug interactions, different dosings, I know the ins and outs of all the language around that, so I'm happy to talk to you guys about any drugs that you're taking or thinking about taking. My hobbies include gardening and indoor plants. I think I'm up to like 48 houseplants at this point. And obviously you guys have heard a lot about my gardening. And you're gonna hear more. Crafting of all sorts. I initiated a weekly crafting group. We meet on Sunday afternoon, not this Sunday afternoon. And we each take turns either teaching a craft or trying a new craft together. I love doing the outdoorsy stuff. Tony's with me on that one. Hiking, camping, backpacking, doing a little more biking lately, and then reading and video games. I'm a nerd. We'll leave it at that.
Favorite video game?
Ooh. Of all time, Zelda Ocarina of Time. The N64 version. Yeah. Okay, so now the slides that I actually put time into. So these are some of my accomplishments. How do I hide this? Take it to the bottom. Okay. Okay, so I'll talk while I try to figure this out. Whatever. I did the Lake Stevens Triathlon a few years ago. That was really exciting. I did the short version, not the long version. It's like an 8-mile bike ride and like a 1/4-mile swim. That's about my capacity. Got married. Tony and I got married 5 years ago in our backyard. If you recognize the background of that photo, that is the Davies Boat Launch Dock. And we honeymooned in Italy. And these 2 pictures are from us doing the Via Ferrata, so the Iron Trail. They put those in during the wartime efforts to help soldiers get supplies up into mountains. We did the one with the longest suspension bridge. And Center summited Mount Adams. At the time, I had goals to summit more, but there was left tear shed on that, and I don't know if I need to do another one. And then I did a semester abroad in Ecuador, and that is a photo for me in Ecuador. It was the day after I got attacked by a monkey, so I was not super comfortable with that monkey being on my shoulder with its tail around my neck. This is my family. I have my babies. On the left is my kitty Mara. She's been with me for 14 years now. And then my 2 Vizslas that are kind of crazy. They have 0% setting and 100% setting. That's kind of it. We have competed them in Fast Cat, which is just so fun to watch because all the different breeds go. They put a little plastic bag on a line and somebody's got the remote control and they drag it and it's a time sprint. So the dogs are chasing this thing and you see like whippets and greyhounds go and they're like so fast. And then you see like a basset hound go and it's really amusing. Mara's the cat. Sunny and Vinny are our Vizslas. Tony wanted to originally have 2 boys with Italian names because he's Italian, and I said, how about dogs instead? So we are by choice child-free, just the 4-legged variety. In case you hadn't picked it up on it, I like gardening. So even before Tony and I lived together, we upcycled a garden in the alley behind his rental house. And then every year we add something new. Shout out to Don for his aquaponics system that we now have at our place. I usually have extra starts. I've done little sales at the end of my driveway. One thing you should know about me, it's hard to publicly shame me. So I will just do what is fun and what I think is fun. And we don't take ourselves too seriously. So here's a collaboration of photos of us being silly and just, yeah, a lot of those, we stayed in a castle in Italy and they gave us wine and then let us just roam the castle unattended. So shenanigans happened. And in the spirit of not taking ourselves too seriously and being nerds, I'm outing myself and taking the power back so you can't do it to me. We dress up a lot. We go to Emerald City Comic Con. We go to the Ren Fair every year. We sometimes dress up for Dungeons and Dragons. So there's a combination of things. And yes, for my niece's 4-year-old birthday, I disguised myself as a fairy. She totally bought it. She did not know that that was her Auntie Erin there. She was completely convinced that a fairy had visited from another realm with a special birthday quest. And I spent 45 minutes in character trying to get like 10 little kids to follow along on a plot line. And it was exhausting And I had lots of job offers afterward, and I said, absolutely no. That's all I got. Okay.
Any questions? Anybody want to ask?
No, it's funny you said how you don't, mind embarrassing yourself up there, but. Tony, you didn't give a little picture.
Yeah. So he did, he did, I let him look at it yesterday. I said, if you want to veto any of these photos, you can. I don't know how much attention he gave it.
So,
Can you sit Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
I used to play in high school. I did never admitted that. Ever. But, so what do you play or you DM and what's your favorite?
Yeah.
I have done both. Angie and I have actually played together. I'm gonna out you too, Angie.
You're not Mondays.
Yeah. I have done both. I've DM'd and played. Right now, I play an eco warrior necromancer she's got that like college student social justice warrior energy and is trying to convince people that necromancy is actually really eco-friendly. Yes, exactly. So that's been a fun character to play. That's what, and I wore my dice earrings today just for the sake of this presentation. Raquel.
I don't know if I missed it or not, but do you have siblings?
I do. I'm the youngest of three. I have an older brother, older sister. So the niece that I showed, that's my older sister's daughter. And I have a niece from my brother too. And they're expecting their first son in like 3 weeks. So they're gonna add to the family. Yeah.
Is your family still in Sumner?
No, but my family's also in Washington. Just kind of spread all over the place. Yeah.
awesome. Thank you so much, Harry. You know, it's funny because we used to go to Arkansas every year to hunt at Cassie's aunt and uncle's place. And so one year, you know, you get tired of turkey and everything else at Thanksgiving. It was at Thanksgiving we do this. So we're like, we're gonna have a pig. We're gonna dig the hole. We're gonna cook it, bury it, you know, and everything. So they deliver the pig, put it in the cattle pen. Kids are playing with it. And I keep telling them, don't play with that pig. And they're like, well, it's such a cute pig. And they name it Wilbur, of course, right? So the morning I walk out with the pistol, they're all like, what are you doing with the pistol? And I'm like, I told y'all, do not play with this pig. The second year we brought the pig in, nobody messed with that pig. So you figure out when it's dinner, it's a different thing than anything else. So
You shot the pig?
without a problem, absolutely. It was
Yourself?
Yeah, it was going on. I mean, we also took care of one deer we shot too. So just a 22. Took it down. Gary, do you have our inspiration?
I do. It's eliminating a way of approaching problems or challenges in life that involves remaining positive and optimistic and seeing them as opportunities for growth or improvement. That's from Eileen.
All right, go make some lemonade. And I'm gonna go out real quick and get the key. Well.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And I'll text you the. Want to go by?
I got time.